course, we had conference championship week. We've got the bowl matchups all set up here. But my question to you is, how should bettors approach betting bowl season? You know, there's going to be a ton of games in a short period of time here. So what's some advice from you, a seasoned bettor for sure, what's some advice that you can give to some newcomers to betting or newcomers to bowl season?
The biggest thing I think is looking at these opt-outs. You know, sometimes we have head coaches, by the way, that aren't, you know, with their team in these games because they've taken other deals. But which players are opting out, you know, to protect their bodies before the NFL draft? But not only who's opting out, but who are their backups? There's a lot of great analytic websites out there where you can really dig deep and see, you know, first of all, how much playing time and experience do these backups have? You know, just giving a slightly more concrete example. You got a team that's playing and their starting cornerback and middle linebacker have both opted out, and we know that they're not going to play. Well, who is the next man up at cornerback? How much experience does that guy have? Is he playing in a bowl game? Is this his first ever college start in a bowl game? That would make me nervous. Or is this someone who's made several starts already this year when other guys were hurt, et cetera? So that's the first thing. Who are the opt-outs? Who are the backup for the opt-outs? And just like we talk about cluster injuries, we don't want to have like two linebackers are injured and a linebacker is opting out, because a lot of teams don't have the depth to kind of survive a situation like that. The travel schedule, you know, with these neutral sites, sometimes these neutral sites aren't truly neutral. You got one team playing in their backyard and another team traveling across the country. And that not only affects potentially, you know, a little bit of fatigue with the travel schedule, but more importantly than that, the crowd. You know, if teams playing in their backyard, they might have sort of a home field advantage in a neutral site. So you certainly want to keep that in your mind. And then the motivation factor. Is this a school that's playing in their first ever bowl game? Or maybe they've played in a couple bowl games, but they never won a bowl game. I'm going to give a little bit of an edge in my handicapping to a team like that, that has a motivation factor versus a team who is, you know, disappointed to be playing in this bowl that nobody's heard of because they're used to playing in bigger bowls. So motivation factor is key. And then the last thing that I'll say, and this is so important, don't bet a game just because it's on television. Don't bet a game just because you're bored. And I don't want to shame people out there because I've done it before too. But if you're trying to build a bankroll and you're trying to sports bet seriously, you know, oh, I'm home on college break. I don't usually get to watch college football games. This is a treat, having a game on a Wednesday night. Might as well just throw a couple bucks on it. That's just a bad habit to get into. So bet games when you have conviction. I think that's especially important to remember during the bowl season.